the adventure begin. It's Josh, Florida Kayak Camping Guy. Day 1, mile 1. Technically, we're in the channel between Fort Clinch and Cumberland Island, and directly to my right is going to be the Florida-Georgia line. Directly to my left is the Atlantic Ocean. I hope you guys are ready. Here we go. Time to put the gloves on. Day 1 update. This is Josh, the Florida Kayak Camping Guy. Finally made it to camp. Started this morning about 7:30 and paddled till about 3:30. Didn't take a lunch. Pretty much was in the saddle all day. Definitely a long day. This part of the river definitely didn't want to give up her miles easy today. She made me work for every single one of them. I had to paddle against the tide and the wind, so yeah, definitely pretty tired. But yeah, I found a decent little spot, more or less an oyster bed, but it's better than sleeping in the kayak, which is what I thought I maybe would have to do. Yeah, not too bad. Nice little view. And way over there in the distance is where I came from. And I had to paddle across that channel after paddling all day. And usually, as it has it, the wind dies down as soon as you get to camp. But yeah, day 2, living the adventure. Day 2, just left the oyster bar that I slept on last night, and I just left all the no-see-ums back there too. Hopefully, they're like a level 7 on the no-see-um scale this morning when I got up, and I spilt my coffee, so that kind of stunk too. The only thing worse than spilling your coffee is doing it when you have a limited supply of coffee. Thank goodness I got the snake venom with me. But yeah, I'm gonna try to make it as far as I can away from that inlet before the tide starts sucking the other way. But we left Amelia Island, and I got Black Hammock Island to my right, I believe is what it's called. I never know the names of these places, so you know, if I'm wrong on this, don't hold me to it, you know. But yeah, I just want to say what's up, let you guys know where I'm at. I'm still alive. Day 2, about 12:40. And I'm getting ready to do the crossing of the St. Johns River. It looks like she's moving. Getting a little sporty out here. Getting a little sporty. That was no fun. Made it halfway. Let's stop on this island and check my chart. See which direction to go from here. St. Johns River. Made it to camp, day 2. Crossed the St. Johns today. It's pretty sketchy. I'd say on a sketch level factor, it was a 4 for my personal experience, but found a spot to stay. Only bad part was getting the kayak up there, up this embankment of oysters. You definitely don't want to fall on these guys, but let me show you where we're living tonight. Not too bad. Like I said, it ain't no KOA, but definitely stayed in a lot worse. Spin it around and give you guys a tour. Check that out. Not bad, not bad. Got the camp early enough to dry out the tent. Packed up this morning early, and everything was wet when I packed it up, so set up the tent, let everything dry out, get the sleeping pad dry, sleeping bag dry. Got my gear over there, just kind of drying out. Got pretty wet crossing the St. Johns. I'd say it's a good 1 to 2 feet. But yeah, we're gonna stand underneath this bridge tonight. And when I was walking around, when I got here, I found this thing. I don't know if that's an arrowhead or not, but if it is, it's pretty cool. It's even got blood on it. Just kidding. But yeah, I got the Sock Dryer 2000 going here. You know what we do and how we do it. You gotta keep them socks dry, people. But yeah, check my water supply, still doing good. Got 3.5 bottles. Not bad. Not a bad view either. Seen a ton of dolphin. Bunch of manatee today. Actually, I had this manatee that we kind of kept a pace for a while. That's how slow I was paddling. I was going about the speed of a manatee against this current, but yeah, we probably paddled together for about 2 miles, which was super cool. Never quite done that before. I wasn't following him. I think he just checking me out, but definitely one of the cooler experiences that I got to do. I see him in the springs a lot, but not in the river as much. And yeah, he was just right next to me the whole time. It was really cool. Kind of keep him company. Gets kind of lonely out here, but yeah, I just wanted to check in, say what's up. Still alive. This might be one of the best meals that I've had out here kayak camping. What we got here tonight is dehydrated fettuccine alfredo, real bacon, and Fritos. Tiny little bit of oil, salt and pepper. Man, is it good. I'm telling you, the further you go, the more miles you get under your belt, the better these meals taste. But this one, fettuccine alfredo for the win. Morning, everybody. Day 3. Broke down camp, got in the water about 7:30. Woke up last night to thunder, lightning, and rain at like 3, 4 in the morning. Continued on till about 6:30. And I was kind of grateful to be under that bridge. Might have been a little noisy, but at least my tent and everything wasn't completely wet. So gotta be grateful for that. Fair conditions this morning, not bad. Gonna try to cram as many miles as I can in today. I only made it about 30 miles so far from the beginning of the trip, so only about 15 a day. And I'd like to have done a lot more than that, but that's what we got. So we're looking for water today, and I'm gonna try to cram, like I said, as many miles as we can into this paddle session today. See you guys on the flip side. Demonstrate to you my favorite way to get in and out of the boat on dry land, back into the water. Super easy. Whee! Just like that, we're off on another adventure. Good little boat waves here. About a foot and a half. Yee-hee. Well, it's day 3 and hit a water resupply this morning. Stopped at a I think it was a restaurant called Dockside there in Jacksonville Beach, and found some guy taking the trash out at the restaurant, and I was like, yo, can I get some water? And first drink of cold water, 3 days. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I actually don't mind the warm water, but when you get a cold one, it's extra special. Just gotta be grateful for those little things, and much appreciated to the dude taking the trash out at Dockside Restaurant. Definitely much appreciated. The adventure continues. Alright, here's a little pro tip. When you spend a lot of hours in the kayak, multiple days in a row, it's a good idea to stretch. And if you've ever been sitting here in this stance for 5 hours, you know what I mean already. But if you haven't, I'll show you guys a good way to stretch your neck and your shoulders out. And you don't want to do it when the water's rough. Definitely calmer is easier, but I'll show you here. Just bring them back as far as you can, and then forward and hug yourself. Back out again. Hug yourself again. And roll that kayak on the back of your neck. The kayak paddle, not the kayak, the paddle. Just like that. It's kind of like one of those massage things in the mall that you used to sit in. We even have malls anymore? Yeah, well, if you're in my age bracket, you went to malls as a kid, they had those cool chairs, and just roll that paddle up and down your neck. Try it. Pro tip number 1. Day 3, made it to camp. Had to trek through the muck to get here. Almost lost a shoe, but did not. Not bad for not having waders on. Let me tell you what, sometimes finding the spot and getting to the spot are 2 different things. It was definitely part of the adventure. These Astral water shoes were definitely pretty deep in the muck. And the best way to get this mud off your legs without using your fresh water supply is let it dry. It comes right off. Also helps keep the no-see-ums out. But yeah, Not a bad spot for the night. Got dinner simmering right there. Yee. Sponge-o drying. Which brings me to a good point. It's good to have a sponge on you at all times. Keep the boat clean inside there. Get all the sand and dirt out after a full day of kayaking. It's good for morale. Look at that, nice and clean. You wouldn't even know I'd been in there for 3 days. Yeah, I'll just give you a quick tour of the spot where I'll be sleeping tonight. Yeah, I'll take it. Day 3. Florida Kayak Camping Guy here. Pro tip number 2. If you ever find yourself in quicksand, I'll show you what you do. You grab your paddle like this and use it to walk. And if you'll see, some of this stuff is pretty deep. You stand in one spot. Yep. And that's why you wear Astral shoes, because they lace up. Use your paddle as balance.